Woof, woof, big dog.
What up, everybody? You made it. It's Friday, the end of the week, payday for many of you, and some of you, not so much. Maybe you're bi-monthly or a monthly, whatever it is. Welcome and thanks for joining us here at Coffee Hour. We do this Monday through Friday for you electricians out there to talk about all things electrical, the good, the bad, the ugly. We talk the code. We talk whatever you want to talk about on these episodes. I get a lot of questions on whether or not these are part of your exam prep or study, and they are not. They can be supplemental to that. You can learn a lot from them. We do play these back on Fast Tracks Tube, and so you definitely can go watch them. We'll strip them down so it's a little more easier for you to watch if you're in a learning mode. But all about teaching you or learning the National Electrical Code, that type of thing. Okay, so that's what we're all about here on Coffee Hour with Paul. Real quick, if you today, what we're going to do is we're going to be. It's actually a selfish day for me. I give to teach a lot of people and do a lot of education and training and things like that. And oh, by the way, I am going to be in NECA next week. So if you happen to be in Chicago area, those type of things. And Thomas, I could not tell you anything about our medium voltage products. I'm the low voltage technical expert for Prismium and Encore. So I don't know I couldn't tell you anything about our medium voltage products. I just glanced over there and saw that, Thomas. So you'd have to contact our office, and there's a guy named Wayne Walters, and he's the medium voltage expert. He's the one that handles that. I don't handle that end of it. And that is probably what will push me to retire, because they would like me to be the expert in all of that. And while I know some stuff from the NEC side, I have no desire to become Prismium and Encore's or Prismium's medium voltage expert. I have no desire at all. And so if they force me to, I'll just retire. And that's it. That's my mentality on it. I am not willing to get into learning those products, that type of thing. But I'll still handle the code part if that's what they want. So anyway, so thanks for joining us. So today what we're going to do is I'm going to ask you, as always, I live vicariously. And if you're new and you've never been here before, scrolling across the bottom, you will see our website. It does help us out. We are typically not well placed in search engines. And so I'm going to give a challenge to all of you. I'm going to give a call out to all of you today where I need your help in a couple things. And you can use paulabernathy.com to do it. Basically, you just put it in the comments and send it. And we can go look at that. But I'm going to ask you for your help today multiple times. Here it is on Friday, end of the week. And we want to be really light. Usually I come heavy at you with code or something, but we're going to be really light today. And I want to ask you for your help. And remember, when I ask you for your help, don't be so centric in the way that you just want a course created for you or something for you. Do it in a way that you think that would be benefit. Okay. Contact Wayne Walters is for Prismium. Wayne Walters is the contact. So contact our number and ask for Wayne Walters, that type of thing. So, and I believe his email is wayne.walters@prismium.com if you want to reach out to him if you have a medium voltage issue. Anyway, or if you send it to me at codes @encorewire.com, I will see that your question gets forwarded to Wayne, that type of thing, that type of scenario. And I try not to answer specific Prismium and Encore questions on the show. out of respect for Southwire, in respect for the other ones. Many people wouldn't do that. I do. So I try not to do that on the show. That type of. I mean, I'll answer generic questions, but you get what I'm saying. All right. So anyway, so that's what we're doing. We're going to ask you for some help today, in what you're looking for. So the first, what I want you to do is whatever platform you're on, except for TikTok, because I don't monitor TikTok. Whatever platform you're on. Oh, and by the way, we are behind the scenes again on TikTok if you want to. Usually before I come live here, usually 10 minutes or so beforehand, I'm over on TikTok. And yes, we still have the cameras available for purchase over there. I don't know how long they'll stay at that price, but they still have them. And I know that my supplier is actually back ordered, right? So I'm not sure. I guess that's directly to the manufacturer because they're so cheap over there. They're like 54% off. We are doing a thermal imaging training course for electricians. So let me get that out of the way real quick because I had a couple people in the comments say, well, you need to be a licensed thermographer or whatever and take a class on thermography. And no, you don't. So to that pinhead out there, we're electricians, bro. We're electricians. We know the difference between something that's 194 degrees versus Fahrenheit, right? Versus 86 degrees Fahrenheit. We know the difference, okay? We know that when we look at a terminal, whether it's bad, it's arced, it's damaged, it's broken, that's what we do, bro. So for all of you thermographers out there who say you have to be a licensed thermographer, stick to your lane because you're not an electrician. You'll never be an electrician. You don't have what it takes to be an electrician. You don't have the balls to be an electrician. You're just a thermographer specialist. We don't give a damn about you. Are you listening to me? Do you hear me? We're electricians, bro. We turn the lights on. We make power. There's a difference. You go play around in a classroom on that. We will show you how to do this in the field. That's what my program is going to do. So to that gentleman out there, no, I don't need to spend $4,000 in a thermography course in order to understand the differences between the temperature variations and what is something that we as an electrician, whereas you as a professional licensed thermographer, you'll just defer it to somebody. Me, I'm the electrician. I see something, my ass is going to fix it because that's what we do as electricians. We fix it. We fix things. Okay? Big difference. Home inspectors. Some of you I love, but there's a big difference between you and me and all my electricians that follow me. The big difference. Big difference is you want to be us, but you ain't us. So be careful, Cy Porter, in how you call out electrical things because you want to be us. You want to wear this title. You want to have the swag that we have. You want to have the bravado that we have. But guess what? You can't have it unless you want to be an electrician. Oh, and by the way, plumbers and mechanical guys, you ain't got your stuff. If you ain't an electrician, where you at? I'm just saying. Take pride in what you do because you electricians out there, you're a special breed. Special breed. Okay? And there's a lot of wannabes going around. So for you to, well, you can buy them directly from us, JC. So when we open up our course, you'll have an option to buy the course with or without a camera. And you can choose then. And the difference is you're going to pay probably $30 more through us than you would by TikTok. So yeah, TikTok is trash. I will give you that 100%. TikTok is trash. But at the end of the day, it's integrated with it. So it makes it easy. You know what I'm saying? All right. So that's where we're at. So that's what. So what I'm going to ask you to do, folks, in the comments on whatever platform you're on, okay? And people ask, why am I on TikTok if I keep calling it trash? Because I'm a business and I explain things to people as business. Personally, I don't use it. What I use it is business. I'm promoting courses or training or something centered around that or education, right? That type thing. Okay. You will see it, JC, when we have the thermal class ready. Right now, I'm trying to incorporate the videos, short videos, into a lesson. And we're trying to we have all the video, we have all we just I got to bring it all together. And Jeff's got to help me on that. But it'll be available, and you'll know because I'll tell you when it'll be available, and it'll be posted all over the place. But that was the thing I just wanted to clear up. When that course is available, I'm going to have thermal imaging guys making all kinds of comments. That's what they do for a living. That's fine. That is not what me as an electrician needs this for. And that's what I'm focused on. I am always focused on electricians. I am not focused on those pinhead wannabes out there who make comments like, well, to do that, you have to take a class to be a thermal imaging expert. Who said? Who said I do? I'm an electrician. I know the difference between hot and cold. I know the difference between a poor termination. I know how to torque things. I know how to work around electricity. I know how to protect myself. You're a thermo expert. Stick to what you know. Okay? Yes, you may have a little more knowledge of the heat patterns and things like that, but that don't mean shit when it comes to electrical. That's why I tell you, we're not doing things like building envelope. We're not doing things like blower door tests and environmental. We're not doing that. I'm going to show you how to use a tool like this. That is why we are using probably the most affordable one from a reputable company that is very solidly made. That is why we're doing it, because I think that electricians can use this as a selling tool. Not one, if you're there for a service call, it allows you to add on a service. But secondly, it can find things that otherwise you may not be able to see. And if we can prevent something while we're there, then to me, that's a benefit. So, and it's your return on investment is 1 or 2 calls and find a problem. You paid for yourself. And then everything else after that is gravy, right? It's just gravy. Okay. So that'll be available. I can't tell you when, but you'll know. You know me, you know my mouth. It will be all over the place. Okay. Also, for those that are asking about SIA, it has been put on hold. And I'll explain in upcoming videos why it's on hold. One, we got inundated with requests. And so there is a problem on whether or not we could meet all of those dealer requests from the manufacturer and supply and demand. I just immediately put the brakes on it. Not the thermal. I mean, this is totally separate. But I put a brake on it, okay, because I just don't think I told you I released it a bit early. And Justin will tell me we're not 100% ready for that yet. Okay, so parking the brakes on that a little bit. Okay, still in the future, but we're parking it. But everything else we're still doing that type of thing. If it benefits the electrician, we're doing it, and that's where the thermal imaging benefits the electrician. But do you need to go out and be a certified and get trained on a thermal? Yeah, you're going to get that through our training. Is going to be all you need, but you're not going to be certified in it. You're already an electrician. You're already a licensed. There's a difference between them going and getting a certification and you being licensed. You're licensed. Okay, big difference. People don't understand the difference between licensing and certification and that type of thing. Okay, now the IR class, it's actually going to be a course like our other courses. Okay, that type of thing. So no, it's not going to be like a webinar type of thing. It's going to be a course. So you have to purchase the course, that type of thing. Now, whether somebody purchases and uses the course with their company, I can't control that. It's not going to be limited to the seating type of thing or that type of thing. So yeah, it'll just be a course you purchase. So if you're the educator and you buy it and you want to put it on a big screen and share it with the rest of the people, that works too. You can definitely do that. Now, does that mean that I think that people shouldn't go get certified IR, thermal imaging certification? That depends on you. That depends on your business model. If you're an electrician and all you're doing is supplementing it or adding something to help you find things, then by all means, I wouldn't go get any certification once you go through some training so you understand how to differentiate hot points, cold points, how they interact. And I'm going to cover all that as what an electrician needs to know. Okay. Am I going to cover how to go in and do like a PCB or get into circuit boards? Or am I going to get into thermal envelopes? Am I going to get into, oh, you've got some poor insulation and leaking? Or anything? Hail to the no, no. I'm not. I'm going to tell you what you need to know as an electrician, because you know what? That's all I give a damn about is electricians. I'm honest with you guys. I'm honest. I don't give a rat's ass about plumbers. No disrespect. I don't care about mechanical guys. No disrespect. I don't care about home inspectors. Okay. Probably a little disrespect. But at the end of the day, all I'm about is electricians. That's it. And if I can help electricians raise their game, learn a little more, get a little better in the industry, step up. That's why David, I don't know if David said anything today. Hold on. Make sure my damn pen is straight. Okay, I want David. David's my police. He'll jump on me. That's what I'm all about. These QR codes. I'm about making things better for electricians. That's it. So here's my ask. You ready? It's a long-winded. I need you in the comments, whatever platform you're on, except for TikTok, whatever platform you're on, I want you to let me know, or you can actually go to paulabernathy.com and post it in there, and I can show you what that looks like. It's just paulabernathy.com. I want to know recommendations for upcoming courses. I want to know what you want to learn. I want to know, and maybe you're a fast track student and there's something else you want to learn in the program. And please don't be over selfish. In other words, just pick one little thing. I can't do a whole course on one I need to be general. I need to understand where you think would bring value to you. Okay. This other pen, you don't recognize that pen? That's NRA. I'm a life member. I'm a life member of NRA. Most people know that I'm certified instructor. Dwelling calcs. We already do dwelling calcs. I have courses already on dwelling calcs. I have videos on Fast Track's Tube on dwelling calcs. So I already have that. I have done coffee hour on dwelling calcs, but I'll definitely note that down. See, I'm taking notes. You want some more dwelling calcs? Okay, I definitely can do those. Alex, can I buy the camera through your site? You will once the course is released, Alex. So you'll have an option to buy it with a camera or without a camera. That way you have the camera. You'll have those options. I don't do motor controls, so I can already nix that one, PD. I'm not a motor control guy. We used to have a course on motor control. I got rid of it. Okay. Yep, I'm NRA. Yep. People say judge me, but I'm a Second Amendment. I'm a gun fanatic. A gun has never killed anybody. People, mental health, people, depression, which is that kills people. There's just enough deaths around the country, and knives and rocks and bricks and cars and whatever. Statistically, if you look at the end of the day, I do what's right to protect my family. I can promise you, you break into my house, I don't care what the state says. I don't care what state. Stand your ground, castle ground. You enter my house with as many firearms that I have in my house and where they're at, you will not make it out of my house. Promise you that. Guarantee. And will I lose one wink of sleep over it? Will I shed one little tear over? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I have zero remorse. So that's a note to Penny. But you want to break into my house? It's not going to work out well for you because I am a really good shot. You know what I'm saying? Really good shot. Let's see here. And I have certifications in it, training it. And used to be a private investigator. Y'all know that years ago when I was younger. Guru Investigations Incorporated. You can still Google that and find it probably. I end up selling that company off. So let's see. What do we got here? Another recommendation is mobile home. They're fairly easy to do a mobile home, and the calculations are very easy. But you know what? That makes sense. Sounds like a great topic to do some training on. Now, bear in mind that doesn't mean I'm going to do these trainings here on Coffee Hour, because that would be giving away my training for free. I don't do for free. I'll talk about some things, PV systems wiring, things like that. That makes sense. But remember, in your comments, remember, we're talking about some shows on Coffee Hour, but I'm not going to do full educational training series because it's an hour show, usually for me, turns into 2 hours. But I am not going to do that in the future. What it is we're developing more courses, more training programs for sale. I mean, I have to make a living, right? I know everybody would love to get everything free on Coffee Hour every morning and cover everything. But no, sorry. That's for those other TikTok channels. That's for Steven and them over on TikTok to give away the farm. I don't do that. But I do need your help with topics. So that's why I appreciate you giving me that in the comments. Let me know what you think would be good courses, a good training. And then at some point, they will mail calculations. I can't control the postal service, but you talked about schools. I actually have a video on schools already. But yeah, school calcs. Okay, school building, a schoolhouse. How many times do you calculate a schoolhouse, Adam? Generally, the engineers do that, but and it's usually a matter of just adding up all of the actual load items in it and then applying the demands. Usually, the optional methods, typically how they get away with it, but definitely. How to use keywords on a test, what keywords are important and how to break down. I think I've done that before. I think that I call that the how to dissect the root. Okay, that type of thing. So I think we have done that before on the show, but I will write it down. Dissect keywords. Again, when it comes to keywords, good morning, guys. When it comes to keywords, you got to have a lot of trade experience when you're looking at it. And that's how people sometimes struggle because they'll look at something and they're like, what you might get a question on an exam, for example, that really, and we train this for you in our Fast Tracks program by repetition, right? And so that's the thing. Yeah, JC, that's the difference. Coffee Hour, think of what we can do that's free that can help you learn versus if you want something to be a full-blown course or training module like the thermal imaging one, then that's the recommendations you can make for that and that type of thing. One of the reasons I say that is I'm going to be totally blunt with you guys. Thank you, Battle. Yep. Now, the only problem with that is that when I do code update training, everybody here's the thing with those type of things. Okay. And this is, so let me show you. This is what Jonathan was asking here. He said, and I'll put them on the screen so everybody can see them as they come up. Changes to the 20%. We will have a training on that. The only difference is I've done live webinars on exam prep. So that's actually encouraging because when people say this, that means that you might not have seen my other content. So I am encouraged that there are people out there that don't have any idea of all of the episodes that we have, things that we have, because as we have done a lot on exam prep and that type of thing. So the problem, let me explain the problem with some of these things here. The problem with it is, and this is the problem we have with Coffee Hour, and I am very transparent to people. I have way more people who follow us over on our podcasts. Okay. We have literally, I think the average was over aggregate over all of the platforms: Spotify, Spreaker, Deezer, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Podbean, Spreaker, whatever that Apple Podcast. We have way more people that follow the podcast than we do that. For example, here on the live shows, we have, we'll have 40, 50 people join us. I don't have a huge following on TikTok. I don't have a huge following on YouTube. People find out about me vicariously through other people. We don't advertise on the internet. Not like Mike. I don't have books that are out there in schools so that the students can learn. I don't do videos like Dustin in order to make electricians want to sign up because they watch me pull cable or install wire in a raceway. So I have a very loyal following. Okay. And you are, all of you are very loyal following. The problem with that is, we don't have I'm a business. And so if I give away the farm, then I make no money. And so our company makes no money. Okay. So, as much as people want me to keep giving stuff away, if I keep doing that, you're going to find out that coffee hour is going to go away. That things that I do for people for free are going to go away because our company doesn't make any money on it. It's just the way it is. So the guys that do the stuff for free as well on social media and all, they don't have a company. They don't have a corporation. They don't have things that have to be paid. Okay. The guy that wrote that book on TikTok, whatever that AP thing, whatever it is, dude, he probably wrote that and still goes out and turns wrenches. He doesn't have the background. That's fine. Capitalism, everybody can do what they want. And again, there's a lot of courses out there. And that's the problem. There's a lot of courses out there. So we don't have the following, and we do well. Don't get me wrong. We do well, but we're not positioned for what we call always upward growth. We constantly have to be putting out something. And so it really, think about it as a business. Why would you, if you're giving away the cow, then the milk has no value, right? So that's the only way to do it. And some people they say, well, you're just a capitalist. Okay, how are you supposed to eat? How are you supposed to? I don't get it. All those ones out there that when I charge for a course or something, they'll say something like, well, I can get it for free over on YouTube. Yes, you can. Now, whether you trust the source or not, it doesn't matter. You still can get education. But that's why I tell people I just can't give it away for free. All of it. Anyway, so let's see, JC, what podcast? Master the NEC podcast or Let's Ask Paul podcast. All you do is go and search for it on the internet. Just go search. Let's see. I'll give you an example. Watch. All right, I'll give you an example here. Let's go over to. Let's see here. Let's share this instead. Let's go. I'm gonna give you an example, folks. All right. See, here's Google. Okay, good old Google. All right. So let's go in here and let's go master the NEC podcast. Boom. There you go. Apple Podcast, Spotify. There's my YouTube channel. There's some videos. Spotify, iHeartRadio, even on Audible, Podtopen, right? There you go. Okay. And I mean, it goes on and on. Okay. We even listen here on Amazon, believe it or not, right? There you go. Deezer. Oh, look. What is he doing on my, what are you doing on my link? There you go. Podchaser, Podcast Republic, Castbox, right? So, iHeartRadio. So yeah, so they're all over the place. Now, you can even go to your Alexa device. Listen to this. Let's see if this works this morning. I don't know if y'all can hear this, but let's try this. Alexa, play Master the NEC podcast.
Playing Master the Neck from Spotify. Just so you know, while you're listening, you can ask me to fast forward or rewind by any amount of time, like 5 minutes. Now for your podcast. Resuming Master the Neck.
Y'all hear it? That's my intro music. I don't know if you can hear it, but I asked my Alexa device to play Master the NEC podcast, and it did. Okay. Alexa, cancel. So it's available any freaking where, but we have far more people that listen to our podcast than join me for these shows, right? And so it makes it very hard to come up with topics Monday through Friday for you folks that doesn't get repetitive and redundant. So that's why I'm asking for you for episodes. I'm asking Master the Neck. I know, wasn't it? It was funny. It doesn't know. Uh, yeah, it's funny. If I go into a forum and my handle is Master the NEC, they don't know electrical, right? So they always say that Master the Neck or whatever, and I just laugh, because back when I was in high school, I was a master of the neck. I'm just saying. All right, so that's what she said. Wait a minute. Hold on. That's what she said. Hold on. That's what she said. God, it took a while. Dude, I can't see. Jesus. Anyway. Okay, so anyway, we're looking for topics today in order to be able to do future episodes on. And it doesn't matter what it really is. Throw them out there because I'll tell you whether or not it's you know what I'm saying? I'll tell you whether or not it's something that we could do or not, or maybe we've already done it because then maybe that'll help you know where to go. Okay. Yeah, AI has trouble with acronyms. Yeah, and that's my Alexa devices. I'm a big Alexa freak, dude. And there's two different things that I'm hooked on, guys, when it comes to that type of thing. Is I love my Alexa devices. Okay, I love them, and I am a Ring freak. I have probably just about everything that Ring has, whether it's the doorknobs, or doorbells, the cameras, all the different types of cameras, the flood cams. I have stationary cams. I like to call it the guru compound. I have cameras all the way. Yeah, people say, damn, Paul, you must be exhausted. You're so paranoid. It's not paranoia. I just love the cams. I love the thought of that I have full coverage of my entire compound, I like to call it. I have 3+ acres here, a little over 3 acres, and I have cameras situated everywhere. And I have a camera on a squirrel feeder that it holds squirrel food so that I can watch squirrels. So when motion goes, I know that there's a squirrel feeding at it. You know what? Little things we do in life, I get the joy out of that. I love sitting on the porch and watching the bird feeders, the hummingbirds and things like that. I have my coffee early. I'm up about 5 a.m. every morning. I have a coffee if I'm working, thinking about things, but you got to have you got to have a work-life balance. And since I moved back to Virginia, things have slowed down an awful lot for me. Not for the work that I do down in the office here, but I just mean life, right? With the wife who's going through the early stages and moving through that. And, I didn't tell y'all the other day, the other day, she put some water with sugar on it for the hummingbird feeders in her memory. She ended up going and doing something else, and the next thing you know, all of the smoke alarms are going off. My Ring alarm that's connected to the smoke alarms, the little proximity, started going off. I was down here and went upstairs, and smoke was everywhere. And on the stove, it had bubbled up. It almost was boiling over, but it was, how the sugar had turned black and caramelized, and it was getting ready to be a bad deal. And I got to it in time because the alarms were going off, and I knew it. I went upstairs to it. But she literally just put it on and walked away. For those that have family members, and of course we could forget things anyway, but for those that have family members that are going to go through something like that, or you've been through something like that, and for me, I can promise you the worst has not come yet. And I get it. I'm prepared for it. But it'll be the most challenging thing ever. That type of thing. So anyway, and it's only going to get worse. So it is what it is. And I tell people say, "Oh, I'm so sorry." Be sorry for me. I've had a blessed life. She's had a blessed life. My wife is 73 years old. She's much older than me. Okay. Yeah, I'm a player. I like older women. Hold on. Where's that thing right here? Yeah. I don't, little teeny boppers are good to look at, but you know what? It ain't worth 20 to 30 to life. I'm just saying, all you players out there. All right. So, and anyway, this is totally going downhill. So yes. So give me some topics. So elevators, the codes around elevators, like, okay. Makes sense. Elevators. Do you do a lot of elevators, Paul? I think you're a sign guy, right? Do you do very much elevator? Okay. So would you pay for a course that teaches you the electrical part for elevators? Would you actually pay for that? Really? Okay. All right. Remember, I'm trying to think of things that are relevant to learn, not just to. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Let's see here. Let's see. Simplicity is king. I always tell people I treat others the way I want to be treated. Left alone. That dude, we are so alike. And that's the one thing I like about moving back to Virginia is, and I'm alone. I'm away from everybody. I am just I don't. Nobody can mess with me. And trust me, if you come to visit me, give me a warning because I am that way, and some people don't like it. The left don't like it, and I don't care. I don't care. All right, hey, let's do a quick. Let's do something. For some people have asked. I have gotten an email before saying, Paul, I'm so confused on your website, and I get it. I get it's a lot, right? So they say, Paul, can you just give me a quick navigation on where I can find things? Where's the free stuff? That's what everybody always wants to know. Where's the free stuff? And what's on your site? And where would I go to find the thermal course? Or where would I go to find anything? Okay, so this is for those out there who come to the morning show and say, Paul, it's just a commercial. So you're the kind of people that I don't really care that come to the show. Because if I can't take a moment to show something or show our course or talk about our programs, because you're like, Paul, all you do is talk about your courses and promote your stuff, then you know what? You need to piss off because you're not the person that I'm interested in. And you're just here for the free stuff. I mean, we all love free stuff, don't get me wrong. But you have to invest in things to learn, and that's what we're about. Okay? So not going to be for everybody. So for all of you out there that this is going to seem like a little commercial, bye-bye. I'm glad to see you. Monday, we'll probably talk back to code. So you don't want to leave. Bye-bye. Hurt your feelings. Okay. Got your panties in a wad. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Pull your tampon out and get on going. All right. So let's go on and look and see what we got. All right. So you know what's better? Let's go full screen. Let's do this one instead. Let's go full screen. And let's see. Let's go full screen right here. Let's go full screen. All right, we'll go full screen right here. All right. So this is the website. I'm sure you've been to it. It looks a little different on the mobile. If you build it, they will come. And that's the problem, Jonathan. They don't come in the masses. They don't come in the quantity that I need as a business. Okay. So if you know a business, they don't come. My stuff is hard to find. You got to know somebody. That's another thing. If any of you ever get some free time and you are actually users, any of you out there that have purchased our course before or any of our training, let me know at paulabernathy.com. Just go there and put it. Let me know how you found us. Did you find us on YouTube? Did you find us by doing a search in a search engine? And if you did, what terms did you use? What search terms did you look for? That helps us out. That helps me out. And you want to give back to me? You like the stuff that we do bring? Then I'm asking, that's what today's all about. It's like Paul's telethon, okay? I want to know what your feedback is, okay? All right. So this is the website. If you're already a customer, you can actually go to your account right here and log in, but very few people use any of this stuff here. So here's where you register. So whether or not you get a course or not, this is where you can register so that you can get the free courses. And this is where you log in, and you always log in right here if you want to go in and get a course that you purchased or some kind of, if we give you a flash card, you got to go and log in to get to it. So I'll show you that in a minute. So here's where everything is. And you'll see that it looks a little different in the mobile. In the mobile, it'll have a little thing on the right here. And I don't know if I can show that. If I go down, it'll get smaller. See that right there? Okay, here's what it looks like mobile view. Okay, so you got this little thingy right here, and you click it and see it pops out from the left. That's your mobile view. Oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't realize I could show you guys a mobile view on here. Dude, I'm learning new crap every day. That made my day. That actually makes my day. All right, so anyway, so here's where you go to the navigation if you're on your phone. Click the little hamburgers, and you'll see that these are drop downs, okay? When we tell you to go to the store to buy something like our hat pins or whatever, then you just click our store. That's it. If you want to watch Coffee Hour from our website, I click this. So watch, I'll click it. Just watch. And there's the show right there. It'll start live right here. See, it says live and it'll catch up. And there's where you're at. Now, if you ever want to speed this up to it's behind, kind of catch up, then you can just click all the way up here and it'll bring you up to date. But the reason that it's back here is because it's trying to give you a little bit of time, but it is a delay, right? So there you go. So that's how you do that, right? If you want to comment, you click show chat right here, and here you can see all the comments, right? And you can join the chat. Now it does make this smaller, okay? Or you can make it expand it or whatever you want, that type of thing. Expand it out like this, and then you can hit full screen. Whatever you want, and you can zoom and pinch to zoom if you're on your device. It doesn't matter. The point is, it's right there. Okay. So anyway, that's built into it. Now so that's the navigation, right? Under courses, if you're on a mobile device, you see all of the courses that are here, and this is where the thermal course will be when it's ready. It'll be in here. Okay. You can see a demo if you're wondering what's in our program. Right there under the navigation, you see right here, it says the Fast Tracks demo video. It kind of goes through how the program works. For those that are like, well, I want to know what's in the course. Well, click on that. Turn the audio off, and it'll go through and you watch it. And then you can go right down here if you want to find anything else about any more of the courses that are down here. These are our exam prep courses. They're all right here. Okay. All right here. Enhanced. They're all right here. Okay. So that's kind of a video that talks about, the program. Again, this is the mobile view. You go right back up here. Any course. For example, we have, if you've ordered something that is a downloadable, like our exam prep database questions, the 800 plus questions, and you go right here to downloads and you log in, and you will be able to download your purchase. But it also will be in your file. So let me show you how that is. So if you're coming here, and here's where webinars will be, right? Click webinar. This is where it's going to show you what upcoming webinars we have. So there's none upcoming. There is one we have to add, but this is where you go, folks, to see what is available. So if you're like, I wonder if Paul's got a webinar coming up, then that's where you would go. You'd go to the webinar tab. Okay. Now let me bring this back out a little bit. All right, let's get it back out to about, let's get it right about there. Okay, so this is where you're at. So now, if I were to go to you click here, it'll take you back to the home. This is what it looks like on your desktop. Same thing under info, mobile app. People ask, how do we get to the mobile app? Well, it's under the info tab. There's the mobile app right there. People say it's not on Apple Store or Google Podcasts. Absolutely not. I don't want to have them freaking into your privacy. So you click the mobile app button and it'll take it right here. And if you're on your phone, you could just tap this link. If you're on the desktop, you can hold your phone and take a picture of this. Either way. Now here's a little trick. What if you don't have, you're on your computer and you're like, dude, I want to get that from here. Watch what happens when I click this link. Let me do this here. Look at here. It actually turns our mobile app into a full-sized app. Is that cool? Nobody else does that. This is why we don't do app downloads, because you can get to everything right here. So if you're working on a desktop, say Thomas is working in his office on a desktop and he wants to get to one of our calculators, then he can come right there, go to the link, mobile app, click on it. John, our courses, you pay for the course. No, you don't get everything we offer for one price. Your course, if you pay for the course, you get access to that course unlimited. Okay. But that's only the course you purchase, like 2020 or 2023. You get access to that's unlimited for the course material. You don't pay, it doesn't expire. Now, our old ones used to expire, new ones don't. But here's what's neat. Check this out. So say Tom wants to come in here and click on these resources. I'll click resources. Okay. And here, let's see here. We'll do allow that. So here's where you can get quickly to Let's Ask Paul. Here's a cables in a raceway. This tells you how to find, for example, an elliptical cable. If I click on that, it is a shortcut on how to take it. And so I can take the actual diameter, right, of an actual cable that's published by the manufacturer, put the diameter in and say 0.253, and it'll come out and tell you the area. And that's what you would use for raceway fill if you want to put like a non-metallic sheath cable, flat version, inside of a conduit. And now it's more important now because we're making 12 threes and 14 threes and 10 threes flat, elliptical. There, we stopped doing the round ones. So you got to know how to do it. So this is a neat little app to have on your phone, right? Okay. Anyway, enough of that. All right. So let's see if I can go back. If it lets me go back here, it might not. Let's see here. It's not the easiest. Oh yeah, you got to close it out down here. Sorry. All right. So over here, there's events. You can find the events. You can go to shopping. You can listen to the podcast right here from the mobile app, right? If I click podcast, it gives you access to all of the podcasts right here, right? I don't, because it wouldn't work that way, John. Every course is different. So no, I don't have a full course, but I'll never rule out never. But if I did, let me put it this way, John. I know what you're saying, but look at it this way. I have a hard enough time for electricians paying $375 and $299 when they shouldn't be whining about it, because you should be investing in your knowledge. But if you got $1 for everybody who bitches about the price of a program, do you really think that they're going to want to pay to get access to everything and then have to pay it again in a year? And what would I have to charge to give everybody access to all that? You certainly ain't gonna get it for $29.95. And then people don't like monthly. They bitch about monthly. Trade hog. People hate the monthly. They don't like it coming out of their account every month and that type of thing. So we offered an annual program. Well, you know how many people have signed up for the annual trade hog, even though we've had it now? A whopping 0. They keep doing the monthly. But yet the emails I get about it is they bitch about the monthly. You know what I'm saying? You can't please everybody. And so an access to everything and all access would be priced to the point that I just don't think people would do it. I'm just saying. But yeah, you get access to it. But I think some people fail to understand the difference between buying any of my courses and somebody else's. And no disrespect to Mike, Ryan, anybody else, the guys that sell them on TikTok. No disrespect. And I'm not meaning this mean. Nobody, and I swear to God, I swear as God is my witness, there is nobody in the electrical industry that gives you as much back-end support as I do. Whether it's answering questions, whether it's going in and looking at questions in your that you post in the interact feature, answering comments, interacting with people. There isn't. You name me one person that does that, please. Find me one nationally known educator who takes the extra time. You can hate me. People talk shit about me on other platforms. They don't even know me. They've never even met me. Okay. I can promise you that what's his name? The Whistledown home inspector has never met me, never shook my hand, doesn't even know who I am. But yet they go to social media and want to say all kinds of stuff. Like Wack Jackerson and Stahl Cup Jr. They go on their Facebook, their little buddy circle jerk, and they talk smack about me. They've never met me. They don't know who I am. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you can spend well over $1,000 in programs and you still don't get that one-on-one support when you need it. Somebody that you can call, phone a friend. I don't know a value that you can put on that. So while everybody out there is selling products and courses and all, think about it before you look at it and go, do I need somebody after the sale? Do I want somebody? I mean, I have a lot of consulting gigs, but do you realize if you have a course, and I hate to say this, okay? I hate to say this. If you realize that you buy a course and it's unlimited and it has Fast Tracks Interact in there, do you realize that you almost have me as a paid consultant forever? Or as long as I'm here? put a value on that. And it's not that I think I'm greater than the greatest thing since sliced bread. I'm just saying you have somebody that you can reach out to when you have a question. If I know the answer, I'll help you. Okay. So I'm just saying it amazes me because, people have made up things about me and Mike. I think Mike Holt's a wonderful guy. I love Mike. I've eaten dinner with Mike. I've had breakfast with Mike. I've helped Mike. I assume Mike says good things about me. I don't know, but I'm not going to worry about other people. But I think he's a great educator. He's been an asset to the industry. I think Ryan Jackson's amazing, an amazing guy, and really, truly gives to the industry. Some of these other fly-by-nighters that put out stuff, courses on YouTube and all that, they couldn't hold the jock of a real educator who's put the time in. You Google, I've been doing this for damn near 40 years. Okay. So is Mike. So is Ryan. So is educators. Does that mean that we're the only educators out there? No. I'm just saying there is a difference. And whether somebody understands the perceived difference, that's okay too. I can't judge that. All right. So anyway, here's where you can get to the podcast. Let me show you how easy it is. And this is on the mobile app, right? You just click podcast and you'll get the podcast to come up, right? So all of that type of stuff. Now, let's see here if I can even share this now. Let's see. Let me see if this is the right one. Now, let's see here. There we go. So if you see this is actually what will pop up on your phone, and this is from Speaker. So you can listen to every episode right here. You can see the transcript. You can go over here and you can see, add it to your queue. You can click on this right here. Let's just see this episode. 5 tips for overcoming buyer's hesitation. Okay. We have different opinions of bonding the gas line. I just follow the NEC, John, so I don't know what the difference opinion is. Explain Mike's opinion, because people say that stuff all the time. You believe one way over somebody else, but they never can point to where that is said. Give me the difference, because I don't know Mike's opinion on bonding the gas pipe. I can tell you what the code says. If it's likely to be energized, you bond it. If it's unlikely to be energized, you don't bond it. If the gas line is run to a piece of equipment that has an equipment grounding conductor with it, then 25104 has already been satisfied. It says it in the code. The difference between me and Mike's opinion maybe on that is I serve on code panel 5. Mike does not. So we're all entitled to opinions, right? Everybody's entitled to it, that type of thing. So let's see here. I think that I have just killed my stream. Let's see here. I think I just killed my stream here. Hold on. Let's see here. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. I just killed my stream. All right. So I think it's back now. All right. So, but that's how you get to that. All right. Also, you have the courses down the left side. We have 100 question exam, and we have some free stuff. So let's hear. So go back to courses. See where it says free? Click on free. And we have this course, which is an exam prep primer. Okay. Manny. All right. So if anybody knows how to navigate the website, probably Manny, because he knows he is got to be the guy that owns more he probably has more minimalist wallets than I have, that type of thing. So here's where you can get this free prep course. Okay. And number of students. Now here you go. 27,076 have taken advantage of the free. Here's the boxes and enclosures. If you're in the Fast Tracks program, this is basically out of the Fast Tracks program, but it gives you a kind of a sample of what it looks like. So I'll just click on it, right? And it is a course, okay? Kind of gives you an overview down here of a course, but that is your free. So you can start it. Now, when I click start now, right? See how it goes back to start now? And the reason it doesn't go through is because you're not logged in. So I'll show you that here in a second. So anyway, and here's our blog. So if everybody wants to know on our website, whether it's a small one, whether it's, let me show you, whether it's down here, mobile blog, if you're not following our blogs, then you're crazy, because we have some really good content in the blogs. So you click on blog, And there's the latest episode of Buzz Watts. Find out if Ampy gets saved or not. Just a fun, lighthearted thing. You can read more here. Here's the stuff on how we compare to the Square D Wiser. This is how Leviton Smart Panel episode. This is Span, yada, yada, yada. Bunch of episodes on this. Here's episode 3 of Buzz Watts. Wireways and auxiliary gutters, guys. Everybody says, Paul, I wish you'd do something on wireway and auxiliary gutters. What, dude? I'm going to click on this. Look. Wireways defined. Auxiliary gutters defined. Splice taps terminations. We even do a comparative analysis. Okay? That type of thing. And share them. You can share them on your social platforms so other people can learn. That type of thing, right? All right. Now, what I don't like is this thing we added. See this thing right here? This is something that can make the text bigger, align the text, make things a little easier. So this is basically accessibility for people that may have trouble reading or change the contrast or make it grayscale. I don't like this. And you can turn it off, hide the widget, right? So I can hide the widget, okay? And it tells you how long you want to hide it for. So if I just say I want to hide that for 24, it gets rid of it down here so that you can see the page up. So it takes you back to the top of the page. I am not sure whether that's going to block the thing that allows you to do Fast Tracks Interact. I don't know that will. But anyway, see, there's a blog there, right? So I can go back to blogs. And I can scroll through the blogs. But just to give you an idea of the education you've got, okay? Yeah, there's that one. There's episode 2. There's episode 1. Go to the next page. Let's see. That's the story of him. There's the pull spec that we're doing. Here you go. Look at here. Explaining cable tray sizing for mixed single conductors. Okay, you're putting single conductors in a cable tray. There's an article on it. Okay, pass your exam. Here, installing emergency and non-emergency TCER in a shared cable tray. Can you do it? Trade hog here. Why every contractor needs trade hog. Comprehensive guide to the NEC requirements for metal and non-metallic wireways. Cross-sectional area, fill limits, ampacity adjustments. Dude, understanding rules for bundling cables, applying NM. Look at the articles that I've written. How many of you have taken the time to go read? But that's the problem, right? People don't read anymore. They want everything in a video. That's the problem with TikTok. TikTok has turned this into 3 minutes or more, and that's it. Or everything, every time. If I had $1, I always keep saying this, $1 example. If I had $1 for everybody to call me and says, hey, is your training program a video? Because they see that guy over on YouTube that does some videos, which, by the way, is a tool. And I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm saying that because of an email he sent to me thinking that he owns the word coach for some reason, that I wouldn't be allowed to ever use the word coach in any of my videos. I'm like, really? Okay, whatever. So you don't contact me like that and threaten me with something like that and think that I'm not going to say something. Okay? I'm just saying. So at any rate, I have customers that contact me after they got that program and they say they didn't learn anything. I'm not downing his program because I'm not in there. I haven't seen it. I haven't looked at it. But I'm saying there is a difference in training programs. Okay? Just be careful what you invest in. But that doesn't mean somebody can't do it. Welcome to America, right? That type of scenario. Free country. Do whatever you want to do. All right. So anyway, understanding the difference between GFCIs and GFI and GFP and GFCI. There is a difference. Did you know it? There's a difference. Differences in dual function devices, AFCI versus GFCI, dual function. NEC compliance with snap switches as disconnects. Applying table 450.3b transformer over current conductor protection. Dude, debunking the myths, the safety and reliability of backstabbing on a 15 amp device. Got an article on it. Understanding the 25-foot secondary conductor rule. Understanding the 10-foot conductor secondary rule. How to apply adjustment and corrections for single insulated conductors using the National Electrical Code. How to diversify services and helping electric contractors grow and thrive. Guys, it goes on and on and on and on and on. So at the end of the day, we have tons of blogs that do what? They educate you. Now, do I have a couple in there that are salesy? Absolutely. Dude, I'm a business, just like you're a business. Okay. So anyway, one of the things to remember is that I teach the National Electrical Code. That's it. And one other policy we have in here is we do not mention other educators' courses. Okay. That's a quick way to get you banned on my stuff. People say, Paul, why would you do that? Because they don't mention me on theirs. Obviously, I don't mention. So anybody promotes anybody else, I talk about them. Mike makes some great stuff. Ryan makes some great stuff. Okay. I think I'm the best in the exam prep field. I think they're good at teaching the NEC, probably even way better than me. But when it comes to exam prep and how to prepare for an exam and learn the NEC, I don't think there's anybody that does it better. Okay. I'm not saying I'm the best NEC educator out there. I'm just saying when it comes to learning the code to prepare you for exams, I don't think there's anybody better that does that. I don't. And of course, I'm biased, but I'm just saying. All right, so let's go back here real quick. So let me take you back to the top. All right, so that's what you got. So those are the blogs. Okay, so let's do this real quick. Let me show you. So here's how you get to your course. So if you have bought a course, right, then what you do, you go to login, and you come in and log in. I'm going to log in as Brittany. Yeah. So let me go on in here. Actually, am I going to log in as Brittany? Let me log in. Yeah, that's fine. I'll log in as Brittany. So I'm going to log in. So that's how you log in. Pops up, you log in. All right. So what you'll see, you won't see this stuff across the top because Brittany is also educator. So this is how you can create your own courses. So that type of thing. Also, I need to mention this because I didn't before, and I got to bring it back because my board of directors wanted me to bring this back. By the way, so hold on, let me mention this. I want to tell you something. We are bringing back at a limited exposure. We are bringing back the affiliate program so that you can offer courses, our courses and our products, and you can make a commission. Okay, we're bringing that back because people keep wanting to be able to push our courses, right? And make a little money in the process. Nothing hurts to make a little money, but we're retooling that. But look for that to release. We don't have a lot because, again, you have to work at it to be an affiliate. You have to promote it. You have to go to social media. You have to constantly, it's just like TikTok. If you want to sell something, you have to keep promoting it. So the problem is we took affiliates on and they were too lazy. They weren't active. Don't be getting an affiliate program just to get into it. If you get into affiliate programs, you're getting into it to make money. And you're also educating. So we're going to open up the affiliate program again, but it is going to be very limited. We're going to limit the number of affiliates, and you're going to be able to make a commission on all of the courses that we have. You're not going to be able to use it to buy your own so that you get your own little built-in discount. It's not how it works. Sorry, it's not how it works. But we are going to open that back up because people have wanted us to have an affiliate program so that they can push it on TikToks or they can push it on their social platform, that type of thing. We will be opening it. We're not going to do it to the level that we had it when we had Jay Grunberg on here because Jay's a moocher and he used our course to grow his channel and then turned around and was selling things like counterfeit code books and all that stuff which is against our policy, and we had to stop it. Okay, and so that's against our ethics. And his CMECP was also removed as well. So if you're listening, Jay, now you know why your CMECP was removed. You can go on and say any nasty thing you want, but you rode my coattails for 2 years, right? So anyway, that type of thing. And other folks know who they are. So we don't do that anymore. So the affiliate program is only going to be available to people that have an active interest in marketing and making money, okay? And you're going to make a lot more on our courses than you would make stumping stuff on TikTok, okay? For example, if you buy one of these, we only do this on TikTok so that you can use this in our courses and learn for electricians. But it is affiliate. I make a whopping $14 for every one of these that sell. That's what I make, $14. I don't do that because they're cheaper there for people that are interested to get in our training courses. It's cheaper there than what I can sell it for. That's why I do it. Y'all have never seen me push any other products on TikTok. Okay, this is it. Why is that? Because it's a better deal than what I can sell it for when I buy it, because that's buying directly from the manufacturer. Mine, I have to buy through a US-based distributor, and he's going to get his markup. Okay, so I can't compete with that. I can't compete with that. So that's why I posted on TikTok, because that thermal imaging camera, for any electrician out there that's thinking about it, that is the best deal going. I cannot find it cheaper than that. I cannot buy it cheaper than that. So at the end of the day, that's why I do it. So if you don't understand my mentality and how I do things, you're never going to get it, because that's how I roll. I'm trying to find the cheapest price of things that I can offer to my followers and people that want to have something to do with the products that we do. That's it. Okay. So anyway, but keep your questions coming. Now I think Samantha, I think Dustin's a great guy too. I think he does great stuff. He's probably a little pissed at me because I happen to own the domain. I happen to own the domain electricianu.net and .org, and he has the .com. And I have done this before. And let me do this again real quick, because I've done this before. Dustin, I have no beef with you. I helped you. You came to me. I gave you advice. You wanted to work together. I didn't really want to redo everything for you. Okay. So that's why we didn't work together. Great things. I love what you do. You're helping the industry. It's great. I love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it. If you want electricianu.net or .org, it's not for sale. You can have it, but you have to reach out to me. And you have to let me know that you like, because everybody, and this is the advice I gave him back when he started. I said, make sure that you get every domain. When you get it, it's like real estate. If you get the .com, if you've got the availability to get the .net and the .org, get it. It costs you $10, $15 a year per each. It's like real estate. Once you own it, you own it. And I'll give you an example. Back when I had the Electrical Guru, I owned that. And that was a marketing thing. I was younger. I was promoting it. I got a lot of heat from Mike Holt Forum, which Mike's not on, by the way. That's just these little crony guys that get on there. They gave me so much heat that, oh, Paul thinks he's the guru. Mike doesn't do that. He just uses his name, Mike Holt. And he doesn't need to call himself anything. Those dudes, those pinheads, that's why they work for somebody. That's why they're not their own boss. They go on that forum. You know why they do that? Because they don't have what it takes to be their own boss. Because they would have realized branding. So I branded. But I was younger. I was impressionable when it came to that. I was like, oh, this is 20 years ago. I was like, I'll just get rid of it. That domain now, if I want to get the Electrical Guru back right now, it's $8,000 to buy that domain, because people just buy them and hold them, especially if they've already been in the domain, about and been on the internet, and then somebody doesn't renew them. It is like buying real estate. There's brokers. If you didn't know this, there are brokers for good domain names, and a good domain name is hard to find anymore. So I imagine, Dustin, with the exposure of your channel, that electricianu.net and .org is quite valuable. I want nothing for it, my friend. Zero. I want nothing more than for you to succeed. You have no bigger person pushing for you to succeed than me. I have nothing bad to say. But if you want those domains to help your business, just reach out to me. I'll give them to you for free. I'll transfer them over to you. I did it to prove a point. That's it. So anyway, that's my thing on that. I'm not in here to sell domains to people. I have no interest in making money off a damn domain. I'm just an electrician. All right. Anyway, so I'm logged in. So now what you do, for those that always ask, when you log in, you go right here where it says profile. See this right here? It says profile right here. Click profile. It's just as simple, guys. It's really the simplest website to navigate, and people act like it's not. It's the simplest. You just go to your profile. Under your profile, you'll see your courses, okay? Everything you've got. Now, if you ever see that you only have one here and you know you've got more than one, this is the total courses that's created by that user. If she's happens to be an educator. So that's that right there. But you go over to my courses, right? Click on it. Now look what you got. See all these courses? So this is where all of your courses will be, okay? Losing it at Pinhead. All right, so here you go right here. So anyway, so for example, people asked me about the flashcards. Okay, so there's where they would be, right there. People ask about the question. There it is. Your free courses are there. Okay, this lets you know how much time you put into it. This, that type of thing. So let me go to the I'll click the flashcards. Let me click on it because I get so many people that ask about this type of stuff. All right, so we're going to go to flash. So here's your flashcards. Now, what you'll see is right here. It'll say continue. But if you scroll down, just so I'll show you, it'll also pop up down here. You can't see it because it's just out of the screen. But right here, down here is another one for continue. Okay. All right. And so that's there. So, and also look, you can actually put comments in here. Always a way to reach out to us. Okay. All right. So I'm in here. I'm going to click continue. Oh, by the way, what does this look like on a mobile device? Well, I'll come down to mobile. It looks like this right here. But see, if this takes up too much room, you're just like, I can't see the flashcard, Paul. This takes up too much room on my mobile device. Well, what you do is see this little thing right here? Watch. I'll click it. It disappears. That's your navigation right here. It brings up your units on the left. Same way in our course. It works the same way. Close it down. So here's a flashcard. What does Article 352 discuss? Okay. So it randomly does these. So you turn it. Rigid polyvinyl chloride, PVC. Okay. Here's the next one. What table is used to size and grounded conductors, system bonding jumpers, main bonding jumpers, and supply side bonding jumpers? Okay. Which one? In your mind, these are flashcards. You do these during your lunch break. You do these during an hour a day. You just go through these flashcards. Right? We're going to be doing more of these flashcards because these seem to be very popular. And you see how they look on a mobile device. It's perfect. Okay. And of course, this is how they look on your desktop. Okay. Right. Here's a tip. Never click complete until you're totally complete. Like you're done with it. Then you can click complete. But I would never click complete until you're actually done. Okay. That's when you're done with the course. You don't want to use it anymore. Then you can just say done, and it'll register in your portfolio that you've completed it. That way you can get to know what you completed and what you haven't. But right here, don't hit this. Okay, so let's go back down because most of you might do this from a mobile device. So let's go back down to mobile view. Okay, what it looks like for mobile. And okay, so here. Now, if you're in your course and you're doing mobile view, just click this and you'll see your other courses. Right? That type of thing. All right. So here, so in this one, what is it? It's table 250.102C1, right? Boom. There's the table. Next one. What is the focus of chapter 9, table 4? Well, that's conductors, right? That's dealing with conductors and it's so boom. Dimensions and percentage area of, this one's actually the conduit in the tubing, right? So table 5 is the actual conductors, the proximate area, right? But table 4 reminds you that is actually the wiring methods for the raceway field calculation. So you learn from that and you get to turn these back and forth. And I encourage you to do it just like this. Okay, boom. There you go. The dimensions, areas of conduit and tubings. There it is. That's what's in there. Okay. Boom. What is covered in 250, right? Grounding and bonding. Grounding and bonding. That type of thing. What is Article 380 about? Okay. Multi-outlet assembly. If you don't know the answer, that's okay because you're flipping it and you're going to learn. It's all like ballistic training. Okay. What is Article 380 about? Multi-outlet assembly. Article 380, multi-outlet assembly. I'm learning. Article 380, multi-outlet assembly. What does Article 336 cover? Okay, so we know that. You're just like, okay, what does 336 cover? I think it covers tray cable, right? TC cable. What is Article 200 addressing? Grounded conductors, right? There you go. Identification of grounded conductor. So that is the flashcards. Okay. Close that out. Let me bring it back here to full screen so you can kind of see where we're at. Okay. So that's your flashcards. And you can see your progress in here. Okay. All right. Also, let's go back into my profile, or Brittany's profile, by the way. And we'll go down. And this is where you can come in again. This is where you see your courses. This is where you'll see any certificates that you've earned. Because if you complete the programs, you can get a certificate as well on many of the courses. Okay. And maybe turn it into your boss. Maybe he'll give you credit. Maybe he'll pay for the course, whatever. But there you go. So there's quizzes. If I click quizzes, right, you shouldn't see any. I don't think Brittany has any quizzes in hers. Well, there you go. We used it to demonstrate. So she did the quiz for the boxes and enclosures, and she got 100% on it. This one she did, electric exam prep quiz, failed 0% because she never finished it. So if you don't finish it, it just gives you a 0. It's just like, dude, you didn't finish. Orders. If you've purchased something, this is where you can go in and see where your order information is. Okay. So here's orders right here. Right there. 1,630, that type of action, blah, blah, blah. There you go. Okay. Now, also, for those that buy a course and say to me, hold on, this is important for those out there that buy a course and say, Paul, I don't remember putting in a username or password. I forgot how to do all that. But you were able to log in, but you're saying, oh, I can't find my thing. Or maybe I checked out as a guest. Maybe you used the guest feature. You didn't log in, but you still purchased without registering as a guest. And you get an email with an order number. People ask me all the time, how do I get in? All right. Well, down here, you can put in the order number from that email. And that's how you would recover it right here. And it'll get an email sent to you. Okay. There you go. So anyway, your orders, if you order something online through WooCommerce, and you can change your settings, change your avatar, your cover, your general use, and all that kind of good stuff. All right. So that's what you do for that. Okay. All right. So that's how you get to all of it's so easy of a website to navigate. Right. Now, when it comes to courses, for example, this is the one thing that's hard to find on our website right here. This is the bundle. All right. So we offer a bundle. This gives you both 2020 and 2023. And when the 2026 comes out, it will be added to the bundle so that you get all three. But right now, here's the bundle. $675, right? But that gives you 2 courses, unlimited access. And it gives you 12 months of Fast Tracks 2 as well included. Okay. So that's a value if you want to get 2 separate courses. And this is the enhanced versions, not the basic versions. Okay. And so there you go. You could purchase it right here. Click add to cart. So if I wanted to add this to cart, I just simply click add to cart. And it takes me over to the cart. It'll reaffirm what I've ordered, what I'm ordering, right? Then I can view my cart. Click view cart. And there you go. So in her cart, she still has a exam prep question database. Okay, well, I'll get rid of that. We don't want that. And there's your new cart. People always ask about coupon codes. From time to time, we give a coupon code for certain things. That's where you put the code in. Don't ask us for one. You'll know it. It'll be available. And then many times we have it where it automatically will add a coupon if one's actively available. And here's where you would proceed to check out and put your credit card, or if you have GPay. The reason there's 2 of them here, because one is tied to WooCommerce and one of them is tied to I think it's what is it? Sprite. I don't remember what it is. Stripe. Okay. So they both do the same thing. That's why we put them on there with both. In case you do this and it won't go through, you can try other options, because sometimes they're real persnickety about your address and your zip codes and all. So we just give you multiple options. That's all. Now, if anybody wants to know where I can get a quick shortcut to everything, right? All they got to do is come down here to the bottom, and everything is laid out down here. So just scroll to the bottom of the website. Then you don't have to worry about the navigation. It's all right here. Okay. All right. If you want database questions, okay, you just want exam prep questions. That's all you want. Then we have them right here. This is the Journeyman 2020, $119. Okay. Over 500 plus questions. Here's the master one, over 750 questions. And here's the 2023, over 500 questions on the 2023. Here's the 2023, over 750 questions. But there's actually more than that, because inside of those databases, I think most people don't realize that in that database, you also are getting quizzes. You're also getting some videos. You're also getting a glossary of terms. You're getting a bunch of other stuff, not just the questions. And you're also getting some other quizzes that add to the number. So that's what you get for those packages as well. When do I recommend those? I recommend those for people who are down to the last couple weeks before their exam and they don't want to invest in a course. They're like, I'm pretty good. I just want to test my skills. Well, then they can get just the database questions. We pull those out of the Fast Tracks program and we put them there. And that is, at least it gives you something to study with before you take the exam. So we try to give you a little bit of everything that we can, right? And lastly on this is always remember under the info tab. Under the info tab, anytime you see a little drop down like this, you'll see these other things. Now here's Fast Tracks Interact. Some people have been asking us about the Wednesday night sessions that we used to do a year ago. We don't do Wednesday night sessions anymore, okay? We do what's called Fast Tracks Interact. Now, this video explains how it works. This is the little symbol down here. So if you're a student of ours and you don't have any idea what Fast Tracks Interact is, you're missing out, because it's an ongoing discussions from students just like you who ask questions and we answer them. So it is an ongoing type of chat feature that allows you to interact with us. So this video explains it. It's right here, but I'll show you that in a course. So let's go to the profile real quick. I want to show you how that works. And I'm also going to show you how to do this on a mobile, because people ask, well, how do I navigate this on a mobile? Dude, you want to stick around for this, folks, if you have our courses and you're in the mobile, because people get confused. And I can't make it any easier. It is what it is. So I click on courses. All right. So I'm going to go down here. So let's go on and pick the 2023 exam prep. Now let's do the enhanced. Let's go to the, where is it? Right here, enhanced. So I'm going to click on it. Now watch this, guys. So here it'll come to the same thing where it says continue, but you notice down here on the right, you can't see it. It's cut off a little bit because of the banner. I can turn the banner off. Let's see here. I can turn the banner off. See this right here? This little feature? I don't know if y'all see this. This right here. This is one of the biggest updates that we've made to the program. Okay. This little feature right here. Watch what happens when I click on it. It brings up this. These are your navs. So this is where I can hide all the people in here, because you don't need that. Folks don't want that. So you click this. Now, did you know that you can communicate with each other? Like if I click on Paul, remember I'm in here as Brittany. See this as a student. I click on Paul. I can send a message down here to Paul. This right here means I can attach an image to the chat, a screenshot or whatever. But see over here, I can type whatever I want in here. In this yellow button, you click it and it'll put it in here and it's interacting with Paul. So if you have other students or maybe you have a friend that you're studying with, y'all can do this stuff together and share stuff in here, right? If you want to get to the main form, you just click on the main where it says all participants. Now see this right here, minimizes that and it opens up the entire chat log. Now I encourage you to go back to the beginning. You'll see these are from me and these are from other students who've not set up a icon or an avatar in their profile yet. But here they ask questions and you see right here, I answer them. Question, I answer it. I answer it. Question, I answer it. Question, I answer it. Question, I answer it. Question. This is an example of adding a picture, okay? See how I've answered these questions? People post it and I come back and answer it. Question, answer it. So you see my little icon, you'll know that I answered the question. And I will actually reference the question's date so that if you come in later, you know what to go back to. If you want to reply, you can hit upload a picture right here. Okay, I'm sure that won't show up on the screen, but I'll just click on one and add something. Okay, I'll just add this to the screen. All right, so now I'll go back here and you see there, it added it right there. Okay, and you could add a screenshot. This is why our program is so important. So even Master the NEC course, which is not exam prep, it's a post-licensing course where if you're an electrician and you just want to make sure that you have in your pocket at all times a course that talks about all things electrical, and you have a question in the field, dude, you could use your phone, take a picture of something, go into the Fast Tracks Enhanced or your program, go to the Interact and punch and upload the picture and ask a question. Dude, what price is that? You've got a consultant. I don't want everybody to know about that, but that is what you can do. Okay. And it's, how do you put a price on that? Nobody else does this stuff. So here, look, I'll just get rid of that. So, but let me show you what this looks like. Cause some people say, well, what does it look like on the mobile? And I'm confused. I don't have enough room to type anything. Well, watch this. So here's what it looks like on mobile. So you'll see this like this here, right? And what happens is you have to turn it on your phone. You'll see it, you turn it to the side. And when you turn it to the side, what happens is, let me get back up to the top here. Maybe back here. When you turn it to the side, what'll happen is you'll see it, it'll be more like that. And you'll see this right here. You click this to shut it down. And when you close it, then you'll be able to see all of the screen and you can type whatever you want. Now, if I even make this smaller, watch, it just sizes it. Right? And then when you click this, it'll open back up. Now, if I was just in the regular view and I click this, you're not going to see those arrows. So you have to turn it to the side in order to see it. So if you turn it to the side, you see this, then you can shut it down and then you could turn your phone back to the vertical mode or leave it in horizontal, whatever you want. But now you can actually see it and you can actually text your question in here or tap right here. It'll open up so you can add an image or whatnot. And here's the play button that you can click on or tap on with your finger. Okay, so it's just a matter of understanding how the website works. That's all. Okay. All right. So, and you close it down. But this is available not only in our enhanced program. Here's something else that people ask. I'm going to go into the course. This is your course material. You still have the same navigation. If I click this, this is all your units. People say, well, where's the exam prep questions? It's down here at the bottom because I don't want you going there first. I want you to read the material. But if you click on this down here, you'll see your database is down here. And it tells you how to get into the database and what you have to do right here. Okay. I'm not going to put that up at the top. Also, the first thing that every student should do is watch this video first. Okay. So, and I'd put this up and then I go up here and I'll close this. And you should watch this video. Now, see, I've completed it. So I click. So this is in the course is different than the flashcards. In the course, when you finish a unit, click complete. And the reason for that is that'll show you what your percentage of completion is in the course. Also, if there's something that you don't understand, feel free to type a question here or do me a favor. Just use your Fast Tracks Interact down here. That's the quickest way to get an answer is use your Interact feature. It's built in, guys. That is something that we paid quite a bit to have integrated into our program. Okay. And you want to open their nav, do this. Now, what does all this look on a mobile device? Again, let me go down to mobile. It looks just like this. Nothing changes, right? Click this. This is all down here like this, same as it was before. Shut your menu. Fast Track Interact. Now watch this. Opens the same way, but you have to turn it to the side in order to see this. And then you can do this and you can go and ask your question or whatnot. Then you can actually close it. And then you can turn it back to the vertical mode if you want. You can still go through your navigation, whatever you want, and all that kind of stuff. So I just wanted to help people understand how to navigate it. There's a lot of thought that's gone into all of this. So, we try to make things as easy as possible. Anybody that remembers, now what we do here is we use some software that we created. So we have a partnership with Cengage. And they still have a course key. We input the course key ourselves. And what happens is we do all of that for you automatically. And what happens is this is called a mirrored push. And so everything that you see on here is dynamically being created in the background so that it works on your screen. But it is actually the same course that we would have been in whether or not you were a member or back when we used to have the other courses. Now, the reason those expire for a year is because the Cengage key expires for a year. But our courses if it's not a completed course, it never expires. So as long as you haven't been removed from the program or kicked out of the program, you can stay in the program. And so we use that technology, and that's how we do it, so that everybody wins. Cengage wins. Everybody wins, but you get access to all this stuff. Okay. So anyway, that's how it works. Okay. All right. But do me a favor, folks. Real quick, let me show you the website that you can go and bring questions. Because I definitely want you to be able to bring questions to us and ask certain things and be able to post stuff. So let me see if I can get that up. It doesn't look like it wants to. It doesn't look like it wants to run. So I'll have to fix that. It seems like the paulabernathy.com does not like you just to type paulabernathy.com. It seems like it wants to have www. So I gotta fix that, folks. But the easiest way to get there is through the app, because it's already, or a mobile app, because it's already configured. So it looks like it doesn't like it that way. So I'll have to get that fixed. Nobody's let me know. Or you can do it without. Okay, here it is. Let me show you real quick, just so I can show you. You do it without the HTTP. I'll fix that because that's going to be too confusing. But anyway, here's what it looks like. Simple name, email, and type your question. If you like what we provide you, you can donate. We always love donations down here, right here, donations. You can even listen to the podcasts on here if you want. So click right here, and you can even get all the podcasts are all available. You can listen right from here. But here's where you can ask questions to us right here. Okay. So check that out. All right. Check that out. There you go. So anyway, that's just a free resource for you. And I like to give you resources. Okay. Let's spin the wheel and give a couple things, get you on some lists for giveaways. And again, please send me recommendations for shows. Let me know how you found us. Let us know what keywords, what search words you used in search engines, whether you found us on YouTube, word of mouth. Please let us know. The affiliate program for those that want to make money or want to help promote us in the courses is going to be launched again. I know Manny will be excited about that. But we are not going to be able to let people use our programs to do their own little training on the social media. We did that with Jay. Big mistake. Big mistake. One of the biggest mistakes we've ever made. We won't do that anymore. He tainted it for everybody. So we're not going to do that anymore. We're not going to put that level of trust in anybody anymore. Okay. I tried to mentor him and help him out. And boy, what did he do? Just, you know what I'm saying? How to beatbox like a pro? No. That's it. I'm not going to do that anymore. All right. So anyway, there you go. All right. So let's see. What is this? Oh, that's pretty cool. I don't know if y'all knew this or not. And God, I don't want to. Okay. Let me show this feature. Nobody else in the industry has this. Let me show it because I didn't want to show it. All right. See this right here? From time to time, you come here, you click on this, you can write a message in here live. Okay. And then click send. And if we're on, I will answer you back. If not, then you can leave you leave your information here and we'll reach out to you. Okay. That type of thing. But that is a feature. Rarely am I on, but every now and then I'm sometimes on there and you might have a question and you might get me live. You might. Okay. So it's a rarity, but you might get me live. I don't have a lot of time for that, but you might get me live. All right, let's spin the wheel, give away some goodies. At least get you on the list. Also, we're going to spin somebody to give away another one of these. And whatever color you want. Also, whatever down there. Guys, if you're interested in that training course when it comes out and you really want to add this to your business and how you can use this and how you can offer this as an upsell or to fill out some time if you do a service call. Like if I go on a call and reset a GFCI, I feel bad charging somebody for the full hour, even though I'm going to charge them for the full hour. Maybe I offer a free scan of everything, and I might find things that I need to fix that they might want fixed. Never miss an opportunity, but you can offer it as a free service, $139.99 right now. I'll train you on how to do this, how to sell it, how to use it as a follow-up. Trust me, I'll train that. And no, you don't have to be a professional thermographer, okay? You don't need to do that. You're a damn electrician. I think you know the difference between 194 degrees Fahrenheit versus 86 degrees Fahrenheit. I think y'all know the difference, right? All right, so anyway, we'll go through that. All right, see here, Gregory. Converse, NFC cards. I will tell you the promo card. I will tell you over on our website, I think probably one of the top selling that we have is our NFC cards. I don't know why, but people love them. Again, everybody are using them for business and sharing that thinking. How much and where do you buy it? Are you talking about the camera? The camera, if you're on TikTok, you can get it for $139. If you get it through us, you're not going to get it for $139. Now, if you hate TikTok, it is what it is. It's over on Master the NEC. We're streaming live on there. I don't know how many is available, but that's where it is. In our course, these are going to be $179 or $169. I can't remember. In our course. So you can get the course without it if you have your own, or you can have it included and we'll ship it to you. But that's what you're going to pay. Why to pay more? Why are they offering it for $139 and I got to offer it for like $169? What's the difference? Well, the difference is I have to buy it through a distributor and they mark it up. The one that's being sold on TikTok is from AmpBank. They're selling it directly to the consumer and they've got it all 54% off. So again, ours, I can't give it to you that much, okay? Because of what it costs us. Dude, I got to make at least $15 on it. And that's about what we make. So again, dude, otherwise, what am I in business for? I certainly ain't going to get rich off $15. I'm just saying. All right. Anyway. Okay. So, Greg, we got you down for the promo card. Let's spin it again. Look for that course in the next couple weeks. You'll see. You'll know. We'll be promoting it heavily. Pop, if you are a residential electrician and you want a wire waffle, you just won one instantly. You let me know if you want it or not. All you do is go to winner, WINNER, WINNE. I should put that on the screen. WINNER at fasttrackssystem.com. And go and email that to us and let us know your mailing address, and I'll send you a wire waffle if you want a free wire waffle. You don't have to if you want one. If you're not a residential electrician, then maybe you don't want one. But they're pretty neat. It's designed to be able to hold up to 16, 14 twos, 14 threes. You can even put in, I think, probably like 4 of the 6 twos or 8 threes and that type of thing. So it's a neat little thing that gets around a violation of bringing all those non-metallics through one opening, which is a violation of 312.5C. This gets rid of that, and it's a neat little product. So if you're interested in, we'll send you one for free. We have a few left. We haven't requested any more from Hunter, but at the end of the day, we do have some left. If you want a free wire waffle and you win it, go on and email us. All right, spin again. Angel Luis won a hat clip yesterday. Angel, I don't believe I've gotten your email at winner at. Oh, the excavator videos. Nothing's happened to it. It's actually the excavator here. We have a setback when it comes to the. Oh, that's a great question. The video series was based on a big garage we were building. You remember that? Well, right now we have a problem because of the slope. We have to hire a company to come in and grade it because a mini excavator is not really good for grading. We have to have it come in and built up about 1.5 feet. And then we're going to be doing the excavator to do footers. We're going to be doing it to do other things, and we'll do videos on that. But the reasons we slowed on that is because we're waiting out here because we're on a wait list for a contractor to come out and do the grading. So that's the delay on any excavator videos, because I just really had nothing to shoot, because we had, all of a sudden, it was a standstill. We were going to do the footers. We were going to show videos of doing all that kind of stuff, but we're just at a massive standstill on that because of that. But never fear. We're, obviously the camera will be rolling when I get back to that. Thanks for asking about that, because I forgot. Okay, Josh the Sparky, you get 12 months of access to Fast Tracks Tube. All you got to do is go to Fast Tracks Tube up at the top, click on it, sign up for a free membership. When you get a free membership, email us at that winner address, winner@fasttracksystem.com. Email us your username that you set up on Fast Tracks Tube, and we will elevate you up to get you access to all of those videos under the Premier plan for 12 months. Okay, so that's free. So you just won that. So if you want it, email us. If you don't. It's cool. I don't twist anybody's arm anymore. They either want it or they don't want it. You were in the drawing for the ultimate decision coin. That is and still is my favorite one that we do, because that's the one that gets me out of the honeydew lists. Yes or no? Flip it. Yes or no? Do you want to eat here? Yes or no? Do you want to eat here? Yes or no? Okay. Yada, yada, yada. Can't make a decision? Boom. It'll make a decision for you. And you both agree, you and your wife, you and your significant other, y'all agree to abide by whatever happens with the coin. If somebody says, well, Paul, why am I going to buy that? I'll just flip a quarter, heads or tails. I get it. It's a novelty thing. But you have a chance. You have a chance to win one for free. Okay? All right. Now, what we're going to do now is we're going to spin for the free hat tab. Okay? Like these right here. Well, this is the QR codes. And you can see these QR codes. And they will go to anything you want to go to. It'll go to your website, your link tree, your e-card, e-business card, whatever, your Google listing, your Yelp listing, whatever you send us, it'll go to that. We'll engrave that on there. It's not going to come off. That's engraved on there. It's etched into the metal. Okay. So at the end of the day, they're going to spin for one of those. Let's go. See who wins. Hashtag win. Get in on the spin. Let's go. This is for the free hat clip. All right. Free hat clip. Let's go. Hold on a minute. Beto Beat, did you win? Oh no, wait a minute. Did that spin? Somebody tell me, did this right here spin, or was it just this? Or did the winner spin? Because Beto won last time. Did I click the wrong thing? I think I clicked the wrong thing. All right, Beto, let's do this. Okay, you ready? Not this. We're gonna spin this. Sorry, you won last time. We're gonna do the giveaway. Okay, sorry about that. All right. There we go. I think I clicked the wrong thing. All right, here we go. Sorry, Beto, you already won. You might win again here. We'll see. Okay, good. All right, here we go. Got to do it again. Everybody got a second chance, a reprieve. Here you get to see the names that are there, so you know that your name is in the drawing. Haas is in there. Look, Ben, look, Manny's in there. So you get Seattle's in there. Tara's in there. So you know you're in there. Battles is in there. Hashtag win gets you in. There's David. Okay, so Poppy, you're in. Okay, let's spin it again. Let's go. Peter here. So the hashtag is what is there's a new hashtag. It's hat tag or whatever it is. Okay, let's go. Ready? Hashtag win. Let's go. Boom. Everybody wins. Oh, I don't have enough of them for everybody. These are very limited supply, guys. And when I say limited, these are very limited, and they're selling out on the website. I don't think we have one color I'm almost out of. Is it going to stay there? Yeah, it is. Okay, Brandon. Brandon, it locked you in. You won the hat clip. Now, that's an instant win, Brandon. So all you got to do is go to winner, WINNER, at fasttracksystem.com. Send us an email. Let us know that you won the hat clip and give us the mailing address, and I will get you. Also, let me know what color you want. I still have some available. So we have orange, we have light blue, we have red, we have black, we have blue, and we have green. The limited of all of these is probably the blue. So if you want blue, get in it now because they're going to be gone. Everybody likes this because it's more like an electric blue. Okay, so that's what you do, Brandon. Congratulations on that. All right. All right, folks. Hopefully you got something out of today. A little bit of something. Thanks for helping me out. Do me a favor. Always go to paulabernathy.com and do me a favor. Let me know. If you want to email us, it's also, you can just email us also at info@electricalcodeacademy.com or support@fasttracksystem.com. Or you can go to our websites and click the contact us now. That's another thing that people say all the time. They go, how do I reach you on the website? Or how do I contact you on the website? Or they always say that kind of stuff. And I'm like, dude, we have a contact us button. Just go there and fill out the form, click a button. You can reach us. Okay. But you also know that if you call the office, I'm probably going to be the one answering the phone. Jeff won't answer it, but Darlene may answer the phone. But if it's usually, I try to do my best. Even when I'm traveling, I have it route to me a lot of times because nobody can answer the questions quicker than me because I'm intimate with all these things. So I can answer it quicker. So I try to do that if I can. All right. All right, folks, coffee hours turned into coffee hours. Again, there's no way that I'm ever going to finish anything on time. So until next time, folks, if you picked up the thermal imager over a camera over on TikTok, congratulations. They will be available, very limited few, okay? Because again, we're not mass importing these things, okay? We have a very limited few to sell with courses if you're interested, but you can use any other one that you buy. It doesn't have to be this one. This one, the reason we're going to have a video that goes over all of the features and explain that. So it's just easier to have the one that we use, but you don't have to have this one. You can, if you find one cheaper, it still does the same concept. Still the same thing. You don't have to have that one. We just found that to be the best quality for the best price. And since TikTok had them for almost, I think it was 54% off, dude, you can't beat that. And it happens to be the same one that we use. So I'm like, dude, that's a no-brainer. So anyway, check that out. And if you're interested in them, get them while they got them because I don't know when. Now theirs will probably go back up to $290 or something or whatever it is. I don't know. But that's where they are right now. All right. All right, folks. Till next time, stay safe. Everybody have a great, blessed weekend. Remember, family's everything. Hold them tight. Thoughts and prayers to everybody out there that's struggling, those out there that are thriving. Way to go. Let the weekend regenerate you. Enjoy the weekend, and let's get back at it on Monday. Let's all make some money. Till next time, stay safe. God bless. Let's do it again. God bless.